Hello, I'm Archie, and this is part 2 of the Spanish speaking examination. This part is focused on the general conversation. If you want to see the first part about the roleplay card and general introduction to the exam, then click on the link to the previous video in the description. So, after the roleplay, you've already done a third of the marks for your exam. The next 2 sections are the general conversation. In this section, you will be talking for around 5 minutes on a topic of your choice, and also 5 minutes on a topic of the examiner's choice, which you will have studied as well. So in my case, for the GCSE, I spoke about my free time as my choice, and the examiner picked school for the other choice, but other topics such as family, home and area, and holidays are some things that can come up quite often. In contrast to the roleplay cards, these are the sections where you show off your linguistic ability. The examiner will be looking for ways in which you use different tenses, past, present, and future. They will also be looking for the complexity of your language and different impressive structures. And if you have good knowledge of the various topics, your vocab should be very strong. Also, the idea with the general conversation is to make it seem as fluent as possible, so being able to continue to talk is key rather than just giving short answers. So here is a quick example of what not to do. ¿Qué te gusta hacer los fines de semana? Me gusta mucho jugar al fútbol con mis amigos. To be honest, this answer is a little bit boring and doesn't show how well you can do. Instead, try to incorporate different tenses, opinions, and adjectives. Here is an example of what you could do differently. ¿Qué te gusta hacer los fines de semana? De vez en cuando tengo el tiempo, mi hermano y yo nos gustan jugar a varios deportes como baloncesto o fútbol. Pero cuando llueve tenemos que quedarnos en casa. El fin de semana pasado no hizo buen tiempo. O sea que en vez de jugar, vimos una película. Here you've got a time phrase in de vez en cuando, from time to time, a change of subject with mi hermana y yo, good topic vocab with different sports, a weather phrase, cuando llueve, when it rains, a modal verb, tener que, means to have to, a reflexive, quedarse, to stay, a change of tense, el fin de semana pasado no hizo buen tiempo. Last weekend, it wasn't good weather. And also some great connectives like o sea que, just meaning so. The examiner may also ask you a fairly vague question. It is then up to you to develop the question so that you can show off your linguistic ability as much as possible. Here is a list of different tenses and the way you can conjugate them. That would be very impressive for the examiner. So starting with the present, this will be used for the majority of your exam. So knocking this one down is key. Next is the preterite, which is used for completed actions in the past. Then you've got the imperfect tense, which is used for incomplete actions in the past or old habits. So things that you used to do or things that you were doing. Then you've got the perfect tense, which is used for actions in the recent past or for things that you have done. Finally, you've got the simple future, which is used for actions in the immediate or near future. Equally, here are some very useful phrases that you can continue your points with. Having a bank of connective phrases and opinion phrases in your mind is really helpful if you want to flesh out your points and start giving reasons for some of your ideas. Equally, just knowing some phrases that you can throw in here and there will always come as a benefit, even if they're not on these lists. Your variety of language is also very important because to achieve the top marks, you have to demonstrate your knowledge of a certain amount of different verbs and different structures. Thank you very much for watching and listening. I hope you found this useful. If you want to watch the roleplay card video again, click on the link in the description, and best of luck.